Let's Catch is a game where you throw a ball and listen to other people's problems. It's Catch, with social links. And it rules! What's great about Let's Catch is that it understands the importance of both simple activities and who you do them with. It asks you to play in the purest sense of the word, to suspend your disbelief and take part in the act. It understands the simple joy of moving your body in a way that other games are only starting to comprehend with the advent of VR. Throwing the ball feels good, and catching the ball is sold by visual feedback and satisfying sound effects delivered by the Wiimote speaker. There's an arcade-style pleasure to nailing the perfect catch and seeing how high you can set the score with your partners. But what makes it work is the story mode. It takes place in a single park where people from the neighborhood come to play catch and gradually open up about their problems. Their stories are straightforward. They aren't complex narratives, but they're affecting regardless. I learned about Yuto, whose parents have been fighting and whose dad is always away from home for work. Misaki, an office lady who loves cooking and has maybe been with her college boyfriend a little bit too long. Watanabe, a magazine writer who lost his wife 3 years ago and worries about how his daughter is holding up. As I progressed with each of them, they made me aware of the others, revealing other characters and more details about each other's stories. It painted a picture of a community forming around the park and supporting each other through the simple act of catch and conversation. It's the earnestness that makes it work. Each character has their own personal arc, and it develops alongside their appreciation for catch. I returned throughout the year to Let's Catch, visiting the park and the characters there whenever I felt melancholy or wanted to catch up with them. Hearing their stories genuinely moved me, and there was an obvious care for the connections that we make with other people. Even Miracle Bobby, who could have easily been nothing more than a trope of a loud, obnoxious foreigner, has loved the park and baseball and wishes to pass it on to the next generation. Oh, and also, he's a CIA plant sent by orders of the president to ask me questions that recontextualize things that I'd taken for granted as a contrivance of the arcade-style gameplay and works into a left-field narrative twist that made me keenly aware of what I was willing to ignore as part of my suspension of disbelief, but instead of turning into a cynical treatise on control leads into a moving epilogue about the power of catchers, communication, and human joy, so you kind of get rocked, Bioshock. In other hands, Let's Catch could have leaned into its absurdity, turned in some ironic commentary on the form, or overridden its characters for maximum pathos. Instead, it plays everything straight and sincere, and ended with a simple and satisfying emotional climax that made me want to play catch and talk with the people that I loved. It's simple, sentimental, it made me laugh, moved me, and even made me cry. It feels deeply valuable to me, and I'd like to thank Tomohiko Aita, Yuji Naka, and all the people at ProPay and Sega who made this strange, wonderful thing possible.